2005 through 2012 Nissan Xterra crank sensor replacement. I'm Brian Eslick from How To Automotive. I'm going to walk you through the steps of replacing that. Okay, to get started removing the crank sensor on this Nissan Xterra, you're going to need to remove the right front wheel and use floor jacks and jack stands. And then we're also going to have, after we get the wheel off, we're going to remove the inner splash shield or skirt here. So when you take this shield off, you're going to remove the screw here, 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 and there's going to be one right here, one right here, 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 and two on the bottom down here. Then there's going to be a clip right here in the corner, and in the back right here there's going to be another clip, so you can pop that clip out. Okay, back here next, kind of towards the firewall here, you're going to follow it in, and there's going to be this little, it's got a rubber plug over it, boot over it. You're going to pull this boot, you're going to pull the boot back, and behind the boot is the crank sensor, underneath the boot I should say, and there's a little squeeze tab you're going to squeeze and pull the electrical connector off like this. So you'll squeeze the little tab and pull the electrical connector off the crank sensor. Now you're just going to kind of tuck the wire out of your way like so. Now you're going to remove the 10mm bolt here, and then you're going to grab it with your fingers and kind of twist and pull out. Get to the bolt. I'm just going to use a 10mm wobbly socket and then about a 6-inch extension here, and crack it free and spin it out. You can probably, there's enough room in here where you can get a regular 10mm socket and ratchet in here. There's quite a bit of room in here. But once you get the bolt out, you're just going to slide the crank sensor out. Now that you got the old one out, you're just going to take your replacement crank sensor, slide it back through the hole, and start the bolt. And once you get it run all the way down by hand, you're just going to snug it up with the with your little 1/4-inch ratchet. It doesn't have to be real tight, just snug. Now that the crank sensor is installed and the bolt is tight, you're just going to take your plug and plug it back in, and then realign the rubber boot around the crank sensor. And it just pushes it on until you hear it click, and you want to give it a little tug just to make sure that it's. Now we're going to reinstall the splash shield. I just kind of stuck it in like this, and I'm going to start the two upper bolts in the corners here and here first. Also, when you reinstall these clips, they go behind the fender like this, behind the bumper, and the same thing, they tuck up under the lip here, and then the screws go through. But when reinstalling this splash shield, you also want to make sure that everything's tucked up underneath the fender before you put all your screws in. And then after you've done that, put all your screws in, and reinstall the clips here in here. And these clips can be very fragile and break, so you may have to find new ones. And once you get that complete, then you can go ahead and reinstall your wheel, lower your vehicle down. Lower your vehicle down, you can go ahead and clear the codes. Most likely you had a check engine like a P0335, which is a crankshaft position sensor code. So you're going to clear your codes and go test drive your vehicle. And that'll complete the crank sensor replacement on a 2005 through 2012 Nissan Xterra with the 4-liter. I'm Brian Eslick from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching my videos. Encourage you to subscribe. I will also be putting a link in the description for the parts for this. Thank you guys again for watching.